Good morning, amazings. So the little while ago, I did a book review on It Works, the famous Little Red Book, and I loved it so much. It's one of my favorite books. It really is. I said that, I think, in the video. But I loved it so much that I bought it. And I've read it. I don't know how many times. It's very thin. You can listen to it in less than half hour, maybe just over half hour. I can't remember how long it was, but um, and you can read it within probably a day. I mean, it's not very big. I've read it over and over. I love it. I just got it last week, and I've read it already. I finished it and reading it again, and it is amazing. I also bought, because I was thinking of it, another one of my favorite books, which is, I get so many books, having fun here, The Magic of Believing by Claude Bristol. Amazing. There are different, this one here that I bought also has TNT, It Rocks the Earth. Both amazing books. You can listen to both of these on YouTube. I don't have them personally on mine. I think I share them, but constantly because I just love them. I really love what they say about thought conscious, right? If you believe it, it can happen. It's a matter of like you believing, like your whole life, you've lived your life thinking that this is the way it is. You think that, when you notice something that you don't like, you automatically put it in your head, and then you get more of what you don't like. We've talked about this before. But we don't put what we like in our thought process and keep that going, right? We always think about what we don't like for whatever reason. Maybe it's habit that we got given to us, instilled in us, whatever. But anyways, we get to choose, right, what we want. And if we believe we can have it, we can have it. It's all up to us. And The Magic of Believing, this is the one that I got. It's such a good book that I can't even say enough about it. I love both books. I love both The Magic of Believing and TNT. TNT he wrote first, which I didn't even realize, because I found The Magic of Believing. I found The Magic of Believing because it was so funny. It was the video that attracted me because it looked like the first one that I had seen looked like, if you remember the old Superman movie, like the first ones that way back when, and he was in the cave, and then his dad came and stuff, and I was like, what is that? And so I started listening and watching, and it was to music. Whoever had done it did a really good job. I don't know who did it, the video and the audio. I do know that the audio is somebody reading the book, which was really cool. I'm sure you could get it on Audible, because it's awesome. And but I get a lot of my books from YouTube because I listen to it a lot. I listen to the YouTube books a lot. You can search up any book on there. Almost any book is on there. There's some that I haven't found yet, but you could at least listen to a chapter. I listen to chapters of books all the time. If I don't have the book or know of the book, actually, there's a lot of books that I've just started, or authors who are in a similar thought process, that have the thought process of, if you know what you want, you can have it. If you believe you can have it, you can have it. It's all a matter of like your thought process on what you can do, right? So in The Magic of Believing, this one here, he starts talking about, like, from his way back from when he was in like the army and stuff, and how he knew, like, he didn't have any money, and he was so upset about it. Everybody was, saw somebody smoking, and he was upset that he didn't have any money. He was clothed, and he was so he's in the army, right? He's clothed, and he had a bed, obviously, and shelter and stuff and food, but he didn't have any spending money. And so he basically decided at that time, and like it took a while for the army to get the money to them, right? This was way back when. And because he wrote The Magic of Believing in 1940 something. So it was way back when he started realizing that, he could get his own money, right? So he started like believing that it was possible. And he realized then that he wasn't going to get back in that position ever again. So he started changing things and started doing things a little different. And through the book, he talks about like stories for himself, how he's realized that, like looking back, that he's created all these things just by believing he can. There's so many scenarios. And if you look back in your life, there's probably situations for you too that have created, that you've created by your own thought process, not just the habits of the negative self-talk or the negative thought process of what you don't want, but also the stuff that you do want. You just ask for something, and all of a sudden synchronicity sets you up, and then all of a sudden there it is, right? And one of the things for me that I'm working on is believing that I can have it. I can have anything I want. I can be anything I want. I can do anything I want. And I know it's all my own self-awareness, how much, and I've done that several times in my life. I've talked about it before, but like thinking, planning, putting things into place, meeting my husband, synchronicity, which played a part there because we both were playing the same game, the same server, ended up the same, area where we met. It just by synchronicity, right? And then of course we ended up getting married and having Loki, which was another thing that came into play, right? All things that you put into thought process, that this is what you want, right? This is what you're going to get. And a similar thing happened. So even not a great thing. So a great thing and not a great thing at the same time. So I wanted to get a puppy, and which you guys, I think is Rose. She's not a puppy anymore, but she's always a puppy. And I didn't want to get a certain breed. At the time, there wasn't a lot to choose from. There was a lot of scams and a lot of breeders charging a lot of money. And I really didn't sit down with myself and focus on what I really wanted. I was just in the thought process of, well, I was arrogant, first of all, and I can train anything. And I can, and not that I couldn't train anything, and not that I didn't believe in myself enough. I just, so a lab and shepherd is a lot of work. And I got Rose, who's a lab and shepherd. And at the time, going for walks every day, like we were going for hikes for hours every morning. And it would work out for a dog that was a lab shepherd. Although shepherds, you have to be very... So shepherds and labs are very hyperactive. They're very... you need to train a shepherd in a certain way. There's a lot of different training out there. Coming from a place where she came from, where she was full of fear, and instead of being like Fenris and being like, whatever, I'll just go to my mom, she would come to me if she was scared, like as a puppy, but really I was not entertaining. She just didn't care for me. I had to really build on the relationship. So because I had already said in my own thought process I didn't want a lab and shepherd, and I had seen a lot of them as I was looking for dogs, and I'm like, are you crazy? I don't want that. High maintenance, high prey drive, high hyperactive, uh, smart, real smart. And she learned fast, not just tricks and not just training wise things like that, but she learned, like if you were trying to get her to stop barking, she learned that if she barked and then you came to her and then she was quiet, she would get a treat. So then I had to rethink, okay, so she's just calling me by barking, and then, so it's so smart, so smart. Tried to get her treat things in containers. Well, she just broke them open. She's figured out easier to just break it open. So smart, right? But I couldn't keep her brain occupied, and I would have to be with her all the time. And so then there were some really bad situations that happened, but along the way, it was always like, what was my thought? What was my belief in the first place? Shepherds and labs are difficult to train. Not that they're difficult, they're just really hyperactive, right? So that was my brain, my thought process, right? I believed that I could do it, but I believed. So then a whole bunch of other stuff came in. I started feeling bad about myself, and I started, doing all this other stuff. And I had to really work on me to remember that, oh, yeah, why did I want a puppy in the first place, right? Puppies are a lot of work. I know I can do it. I know fitting into the family is another thing, right? Because everybody has to get involved, and including the other dog, including the cats, including the whatever, right? The people that are here. Long story short, 2 years later, and we're finally making headway. Now she loves me. She loved me before, but she just didn't want to listen to me. But now she wants to listen. Now we play games. Now we found a different way to communicate. And why am I telling you the story? Because what you believe will happen. Plain and simple. The magic of believing is all about what you believe. And if you think life is hard, life is hard. And if you think life is good for you, then it's good for you. If you believe that this person meant to be mean to you, then that's what's going to happen. They're going to constantly be mean to you. If you believe that money's difficult and not easy, see, I believe money's easy. Money, I don't know how many times I've read or heard, or money is easy. It's one of the easiest things. If you need money, go get a job, right? You get money. Right now with COVID, maybe you can't go get a job, but there's other ways. Like there are businesses popping up all over the place. People are going on Etsy. They're making their own creations. People are doing it just from their own website page. Their website page, or they're starting one on Facebook, and they're just going straight from there and doing the sales. It is easy if you really know what you want to do, or if you believe you can. If you keep telling yourself you can't, then you definitely can't. Healing, same thing. If you are waiting for someone else to heal you, here's a fine example. This video is going to go for a little bit longer, I guess. If you believe that you can't heal you, and this is another thing that happened to me. So I got a puppy, and we were trying to keep her. So I had all these beliefs coming in. I'm going to tell you this story. I had all these beliefs coming in to getting a puppy, that I didn't need a specific leash or harness. I could train her with a leash, with a collar, no problem. No problem, right? Okay, so I tried. I believed that I didn't believe in crates at all. You can train your dog. You don't need a crate. Okay. I believed, like, just the list went on and on and on and on and on. I never had a problem before, ever. I always read these posts like people can't take care of their dog. It's 15 months old. They're still having a hard time with it, and it's not fitting into the family, and they now need to rehome it. And I would be like so frustrated. Like, what? You had all this time to take care of them. Then I met Rose. Then I got Rose. So, anyways, long story short, um, I had the couch blocking the living room and dining room so that at nighttime she was just in the dining room and that was where she was. I didn't believe in crates. I didn't believe in leashing her up. I didn't believe in like so many things I didn't believe in back then. And I was still trying the way that I knew how to do it, which wasn't working for her. So couch is up, and I go to turn off the light, climb over the couch, smash my knee. Oh no, it was coming back. Turned off the light, came running back in the dark, smashed my knee on the side of the wall, the corner, and went to bed. During the night, my knee started to be sore. The next morning, I was walking on it, but barely. It was still really sore. But I was so in my own head, so angry, so frustrated, so in my own beliefs of being a failure, and in my own beliefs of being frustrated about something else in life, and in being hurt and being, so of course I created hurt inside myself, right? So the walk didn't go very long. Rose, of course, was going crazy because she just would bark at everything and go absolutely crazy. So I came home and I just rested. Then my knee got worse and worse and worse and worse and worse, where I couldn't even walk on it. And went for x-rays, went to the doctors. Nobody could find, and the doctor was crazy because it took me way too long to go for an MRI or for anything else. They wanted me to go to physio, but I couldn't walk to physio because I'm on crutches. And I didn't want to ask for help. I don't know why. I'm just in that mind frame of, I'm feeling like a failure, and I'm feeling like I don't want to be doing this part of my life, whatever it is. So, anyways, I believe that I can heal myself. But I also believe that we do need doctors in some capacity, especially with certain things, right? So I waited for the MRI. I'm in crutches most of the time, can barely walk. I can hop around my house, and this goes on for months. I've done doctors, I've done x-rays, I've went to chiropractor for different things. I've done all what I can do, right? Can't really do anything. Found some things to help with pain. I still have pain today, but so that was November. By February, I had had enough, and I decided, okay, I need to figure out this. I need to just start somewhere. So I did, and I started healing myself. But I believed it first. I believed I could start walking again without crutches. I believed that I could figure out what's going on and be able to be do enough that I could walk again without so much pain. It hurt so much that I couldn't do my yoga. It hurt so much I couldn't walk every day. It hurt so much, like it was just constant, right? So I figured it out. Well, I started healing myself and I started working through it. You can too, okay? I would periodically try yoga and it would hurt so much that I wouldn't be able to do it. So I hadn't done yoga for a while. Then I started doing yoga again. Like just recently started to do it every day. But you got to choose, okay? You have to choose who you want to be. You have to choose what you believe in, and you have to choose what is right for you. Does it mean don't go to the doctors? Definitely not, because there are some things that they can help with. Just sometimes they just don't know what's wrong, right? And like the more I do my research on, okay, but why is this hurting, or why is this doing that, or what is this, what's going on with me, the more I believe that if I stick with my yoga, that I can heal my body. If I spend more time meditating, I can heal my body. If I watch what I eat, I can heal my body, right? Now, I don't believe a diet is for everybody, and I know there's so many out there right now. I believe eat what you believe you can eat. We have so many allergies and so many food things and so many people telling us what to do, and this creates wonderful things for some people and then nothing for other people, and then this creates this and that creates that, but it doesn't work for everybody, right? Why doesn't it work for everybody? Because some people believe and some people don't. Plain and simple. What works for you is what you believe in. The magic of believing is up to you. That's basically it. Watch your thoughts. Think about what you're doing all through the day, not just little bits. When you start to complain about something, catch yourself and go, wait, okay, how do I uncomplain? When you start thinking about you wanting to tell a story, and like the stories that I've been telling, they're all just that. They were all my thoughts, right? Does it mean I didn't hurt myself? Definitely not. Does it mean that I was not figuring out how to train Rose? Definitely. I was not figuring out how to train Rose. Now I have a better understanding of Miss Rose. And I understand, but there's so many things out there that, like, for training dogs, right? And me, at one time, I thought, I had dogs all my life. I've been training dogs forever. My own dogs, helping with other people's dogs. I worked at the animal shelter. I I did evaluations on dogs. I knew dogs, right? And it wasn't until Rose that I realized that I don't know it all, though. I need to change it up and I need to figure out, and I still don't know it all. I know that I lucked out with Fenris, who loves his mommy. Fenris, you love your mommy. Fenris, do you love your mommy? Do you love your mommy? Yes, you love your mommy. Oh, yeah. Yes, you do. That's him looking at me. He's 9 now. But I lucked out because it doesn't matter if I have treats or not. Doesn't matter if he likes toys, but only some balls, and never been really into toy things. But mommy is everything to him. So I lucked out with him. And even when I had my purebred Rottweiler, she was awesome, right? Did we have a difficult time at the beginning? Of course. She was 13 weeks old when we got her, and she had been in 4 homes. So, there was a little transition period. But once she got it, she was loved. Once she knew, she was awesome. All animals have that transition period, but once they know, right? But believe in you. Believe what you can do. Stop telling yourself the story you don't want to be living and start telling yourself the story you do want to be living. This was a little longer than I thought it was going to be, but I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, because the more people out there that realize that what you believe is so important. So important. You can change your life. You can be whoever you really want to be. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. If you believe in yourself enough, you are enough. You are worthy, and you deserve it. Make it the most amazing day, everybody. Till next time.